At this moment, in some part of the globe, a woman is demonstrating precisely how she feels about a man. She's not using words or sending a text message. Instead, she's using 4 specific parts of her body that she instinctively reveals when feelings of attraction surge. And here's the alarming truth. 93% of men are completely oblivious to what they're witnessing. They miss these signals every time, and by the moment they reach an understanding, she's often already moved on. But you won't be one of them, not after watching this video. What I'm about to share will transform how you perceive every encounter with a woman going forward. According to a study published in the Evolution and Human Behavior Journal, women primarily express romantic interest through nonverbal cues. Surprisingly, they do this around 13 times before most men even catch on. 13 instances. It's as if she's trying to shout her interest at you in a language your brain hasn't yet learned to decode. I want to be truthful. Being a woman, I can tell you I've engaged in every single behavior I'm about to outline. Most women do as well. The difference? Often we aren't even aware we're doing it. That's what makes this so powerful. These signals aren't deliberate strategies or rehearsed tactics. Rather, they're instinctive, involuntary biological reactions that occur when attraction arises before rational thought kicks in. Now, I'll guide you through 4 bodily signals that women instinctively display, emphasize, or highlight when they feel attracted, saving the most shocking one for last. Once I explain it, you'll never be able to ignore it. It's bound to alter every conversation you engage in. So stick around, because what I'm about to dissect is as close to mind reading as it gets in the real world. But first, it's crucial to grasp something significant. The human body is particularly poor at keeping secrets. Dr. Albert Mehrabian's renowned research on communication indicates that only 7% of emotional expression comes from words. Another 38% is derived from vocal tone, while a staggering 55% is pure body language. This implies that over half of what she communicates is unrelated to the actual words she's saying. Whether she's discussing the forecast, her job, or her dog's new outfit, her body is sending out an entirely different message. If you know where to look, you'll pick up the signals every single time. Let's kick off with the first signal, which, to be honest, holds enough value to justify the entire video: the neck. However, I'm not merely referring to the presence of a neck. I mean a specific action. When a woman tilts her head to one side during a dialogue, or reaches up to touch her neck, or brushes her hair aside to reveal it fully, that's a historically powerful attraction signal produced by her body. Here's the captivating part. The neck is one of our most vulnerable areas. It contains the carotid artery, jugular vein, and trachea. Essentially, everything necessary for survival traverses this slender column. From an evolutionary lens, showing the neck indicates trust. It signals, I feel secure with you. I see you as non-threatening. In fact, I want you nearer. Dr. David Givens, an anthropologist associated with the Center for Nonverbal Studies, has thoroughly documented this. He terms it a submissive display, not in relation to weakness, but concerning openness and receptiveness on a biological level. When a woman gradually tilts her head, revealing one side of her neck, she engages in a gesture predating spoken language by hundreds of thousands of years. What enhances this even further is that the neck contains pheromone-releasing glands. Therefore, when she touches her neck in your presence, she's inadvertently activating those glands, effectively broadcasting her scent your way. Her body is attempting to chemically draw your attention without her conscious awareness. From personal experience, I can relay that when I'm conversing with someone who attracts me, my hand gravitates to my neck. I might fidget with my necklace or sweep back my hair. Until I studied this topic, I was unaware of these behaviors until I caught myself doing them mid-conversation with a guy at a coffee shop. I ended up laughing out loud, which puzzled him and ruined the moment. A different story entirely. The crucial point to observe is repetition. If she touches or uncovers her neck just once, it might be inconsequential. Twice could be coincidental. But 3 times or more within the same conversation, that's no accident. Her body is signaling loudly. Now, let's delve deeper, leading us to the second body part, the wrists. More specifically, the inner wrists. This may seem oddly specific, but bear with me. The research behind it is genuinely intriguing. When a woman finds you attractive, she often begins to subtly reveal her inner wrists during conversation. Perhaps she rests her chin on her hand with her wrist turned upward, gestures with her palms facing you, or places her hands on the table with the soft side facing up rather than down. These micro-behaviors, often happening outside of conscious awareness, carry immense significance. The inner wrist is another pulse point. Sensitive skin, prominent veins, high sensitivity. In body language studies, revealing the inner wrist is considered a vulnerability display. When someone shows you their inner wrists, they're communicating on a primal level that they're unguarded and exposed, the opposite of how one acts feeling defensive. Think about it. When someone feels threatened or uneasy, they tend to cross their arms, clench their fists, or turn their wrists inward to protect the softer side. But in the presence of attraction, she does the opposite. A study from the University of Manchester indicated that women exhibiting early-stage romantic attraction demonstrate substantially more open wrist and palm exposure than women engaged in neutral, social interactions. The researchers noted that this behavior intensified the longer the attractive stimulus remained, meaning, the more time she spends around someone she's interested in, the more her wrists are on display. There's a chemical element to it as well. The inner wrist, similar to the neck, serves as a crucial area for natural scent projection. Perfume brands have recognized this for centuries, which is why common advice is to apply fragrance to the wrists and neck. Those are areas where body heat interacts with thin skin, facilitating the best scent dispersion. So when she instinctively turns her wrist toward you, her body behaves as a perfume ad instructs it to, albeit without her conscious decision. One of my friends shared a perfect anecdote illustrating this. On a first date with a guy at a wine bar, she noted the conversation was decent, not thrilling, but she found him physically attractive. Later she looked at a photo he took of them at the table, and realized her wrists were completely turned upward on the table, palms facing him. She recalled thinking, "Oh my God, I looked like I was preparing to receive communion." Her body had surrendered to attraction before her mind had concluded if she wanted a second date. Spoiler alert, she went on 4 more. If the wrist surprised you, you might want to sit down for this next one, because this signal is apparent and yet misinterpreted by almost every man I've spoken to. Her legs. And no, I'm not referring to what you're likely thinking. This isn't about her outfit or whether she's wearing a skirt. It pertains to how her legs are positioned, their movements, and their direction. These 3 elements convey constant information, even when she may not intend them to. Let's start with direction. The most reliable indicator. Joe Navarro, an FBI behavioral analyst with over 25 years of experience interpreting body language, has repeatedly emphasized that the feet and legs are the most truthful parts of the human body. While individuals often learn to manage facial expressions and hand gestures, they typically overlook their legs. This makes the legs the body's least deceptive feature. When a woman is attracted to you, her feet and legs will ultimately point in your direction. Even if she's in a group or slightly turned to engage someone else, pay attention to where her feet are aimed. If her toes are directed toward you, her subconscious has made a positive conclusion about you, one that's favorable. Another noteworthy behavior is the crossing of legs. When a woman crosses her legs while sitting, and the top leg points toward you, it sends a strong positive signal. She is, quite literally, angling her body in your favor. Conversely, if she crosses her legs and the top leg points away from you, that serves as a barrier signal, an indication of creating both physical and psychological distance. What I call the restless leg effect is a further manifestation of attraction. When a woman feels attracted, her nervous system becomes engaged, releasing adrenaline and dopamine. One typical physical effect of this chemical surge is subtle leg movements, bouncing, swaying, shifting her weight from one leg to another. If her legs appear restless, that's not boredom, it's her body resonating at a frequency ignited by your presence. One particularly bold signal, well documented in anthropology, is the slow leg cross and uncross. Dr. Monica Moore, a psychologist who invested over 2,000 hours observing flirtation in social settings, identified this as one of the most significant nonverbal courtship signals women exhibit. When a woman slowly crosses and uncrosses her legs during a discussion with an interested man, it's a thoughtful, albeit often subconscious, display aimed at drawing visual focus on her lower body, essentially saying, "Look at me," without uttering a single word. Additionally, all women reading this are likely recalling every date they've been on, confirming it's absolutely true. Lastly, the 4th and concluding bodily area is the one I mentioned at the very beginning, the one you won't unsee once noticed, and arguably the most impactful of all 4. It's her torso, referring to the front of her body, her stomach, chest, the core of her physical form. And before your mind runs away with itself, this directly pertains to openness and orientation. The science behind it is astonishing. When a woman feels secure, engaged, and attracted, she'll face you with her full torso, not at an angle, not sideways, nor with her shoulder blocking the view, but with her stomach and chest directed straight at you. This is more important than it seems. The torso houses vital organs like the heart, lungs, liver, and stomach. From a survival standpoint, exposing the front of the body is one of the most vulnerable actions one can undertake. Soldiers wear armor on the front, not the back. That's why self-defense training focuses on protecting the center line. So, when a woman fully rotates her torso toward you during conversation, she's engaging in a profoundly significant biological act. She is exposing her most essential area to you, sending a silent and unintentional message that her nervous system has classified you as safe and desirable. Research from Princeton University's Social Neuroscience Lab found that full torso orientation is one of the strongest nonverbal predictors of interpersonal interest. Those drawn to their conversation partners exhibited full frontal body orientation within the first 3 minutes. Conversely, those who didn't feel the attraction maintained angled or sideways positioning throughout. What's also intriguing is that when a woman feels attracted and at ease, she often brings attention to her torso area, adjusting her shirt, lightly touching her stomach, placing her hand on her hip, or leaning forward as if to bring her upper body closer to yours. These actions are termed ventral displays, showing the front of the body to signal trust and attraction. A pivotal moment for me happened a few years back at a friend's birthday party. While standing in a group, I noticed a guy I found really attractive. I wasn't speaking much directly to him, but later looked at a candid photo taken at the event. Unlike everyone else, who stood at slight angles to one another, I was completely squarely aimed at him, my entire torso locked in his direction, as my mouth carried on a conversation with someone else. Essentially, my body had chosen its team while my brain remained uninvolved in the choice. That's the power of the torso signal. It transcends everything. It disregards the context, social norms, or what she believes she's conveying. Her body's center of gravity reveals the truth, even when her mind is trying to maintain a chill facade. Now, let's connect these 4 signals, as they don't exist in isolation. When a woman is genuinely interested in someone, these behaviors tend to coalesce. She won't just expose her neck, she'll also reveal her wrists, angle her legs towards you, and face you with her fully squared torso. The more of these indicators you notice at the same time, the stronger the attraction. Dr. Moore's research established that women displaying 4 or more nonverbal courtship signals in quick succession were approached by men nearly 4 times as frequently as those exhibiting fewer signals. However, here's the crucial takeaway. The women who effectively attracted attention weren't engaging in dramatic stunts or shouting across the room. They were merely executing what I've just detailed: subtle, small, almost imperceptible body movements that many people dismiss as simple fidgeting. Yet, this is no minor detail. Every neck touch, inner wrist flash, leg shift, and torso adjustment builds a biological symphony that has resonated through ages. The music remains unchanged, our ability to perceive it has merely dulled. But now you're equipped to hear it once more. You know the 4 elements, you understand what to look out for, you grasp the scientific background. The next time a woman tilts her head, reveals her wrist, positions her legs in your direction, and faces you with her whole body, you'll recognize something she might not even realize yet. She's intrigued. The question is, what will you do about it? And this leads to something important to address, because knowing she's interested is only half of the equation. The other half involves recognizing when she's ready for you to make your move, specifically when she wants you to kiss her. Here's a heartbreaking truth: many men wait too long. They spot the signals, feel the chemistry, yet freeze. By the time they finally lean in, the moment has passed, and the magic fades. This is precisely why I created the following video titled, "She Won't Say It, But Her Body Already Did, 6 Signs." It picks up exactly where this video concludes. If the 4 body parts I previously discussed indicate her attraction, the 6 signs in that video will reveal when she is ready at that exact moment. Missing those cues is the primary reason men end up botching opportunities that were already theirs. It's on your screen right now. Click it, because the most regrettable thing you could do with what you've just learned today is to recognize the attraction and then do nothing at all. That follow-up video ensures you won't make that error. Go ahead and watch it. I'll see you there.